Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. You're looking at a 1952 Ford 8N, and this tractor just sold last Saturday on a consignment auction in Leland, Illinois that I covered. And I was moving down the line of machinery and wasn't honestly paying too much attention, but I heard the auction truck say that this tractor was autographed, and that got my attention. And it turns out it was autographed on the far rear fender by Harold Brock. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Harold, but Harold went to work for Ford as an apprentice in his mid-teens, went to work directly for Henry Ford back in, I think it was 1929, and Harold wound up being one of the chief engineers on the Ford 9N and had a significant involvement in the development of the 8N as well. Now, Harold passed away a couple of years ago at the age of 96 in, I think, January 2011. But just 3 months before he passed away, I was fortunate enough to be able to go down and visit Harold at his condo in Waterloo, Iowa. And he was very gracious. And I'd heard a story that the reason Ford 8Ns are silver and red was because of Harold. And I had Harold tell me the story. So here's a little video I shot at the auction Saturday in Leland, Illinois, followed by my interview with Harold Brock about why Ford 8Ns are silver and red.
Hitting about 25, 21, 22, hitting about 22, hitting about 3, about 23, 3, about 23, 4, 23, 4, 24, 5, hitting about 27 and a half, 4, 27, I got 25, 27 and a half, 4, 26, hitting down 27, 27, 3, hitting about hitting about 22, hitting about 2, 3, hitting about 23, 100 down to 23, I'll take it for 34, about 24, 5, I got 25, about 2500, hitting about 25, hitting about 25, 600, 26, 600 on 26, you say 26, 26, 7, 27, 10, 27, 27, one more time, 27 boys, hit it about 27, 10, hit it about 2700, hit it about 2700, now about 2700 on the west chain, 27, hey, where are you going to find a cleaner one, Leland, 2700, 26 and a half, I thought it was 26, 5, 26 and a half, 26 and a half, better sell it, y'all down, 26 and a half, 26, 5, 26 and a half, here we go, 26, 26, 5 and a half, sold the deal, 26.
Now, Harold, tell me, I've heard a story, and I think you mentioned before to me that's true, about the development of the 8N and its color scheme.
Yeah.
Very distinctive red and gray that, of course, everyone in American agriculture has known for decades and decades, the old 8N. Tell me about how that came about.
Well, when we broke from Ferguson, we wanted to make a different tractor and also have something to identify it as being a Ford tractor.
Sure.
And I suggested to the management that International Harvester red was the proper thing for a chassis because when it rusted, you didn't see the rust in the casting.
Makes sense.
So they agreed that would be good. And I said on the sheet metal we ought to have a different color, and a light color would be nice because it wouldn't show chickens roosting on it.
Sure.
And so they said, well, we'll have a vote as to what the color scheme should be. So most of them picked out the school colors, where they were.
Right.
And they let me tab the vote. And my wife had a nice, beautiful dress. It was red and silver combination. I thought, well, that was a wonderful combination. So when I tabulated the vote, I said, well, it turned out to be red and silver.
Red and silver. And that was your wife, Kathleen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's a great story, Harold. Well, hope you enjoyed the video of the Ford 8N selling for $2,600 on the auction last Saturday in Leland, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. And also the little interview there with Harold. Again, Harold Brock was just nothing but a gentleman, very gracious with his time, and did so much for American agriculture, kind of an icon. So a lot we can all learn from Harold and his insights. And if you get time, check out our YouTube channel. I did post a couple other parts of my interview with Harold. One where he was talking about what it was like to work with Henry Ford and Thomas Edison and George Washington Carver. So just amazing. But I just want to show you quick here. We'll go into our machinerypete.com website and we'll click on our calculator. Just want to show you quick on Ford 8N tractors what they values, what they've been doing over the last 10, 15, 20 years here. And again, our calculator pricing tool kind of crunches an average on all the auction sale price data we compile from all over North America. So you can see here 48Ns, and this is 2013 average auction price so far this year. You can see $1,820 with a high of $3,300 and a low of $800. You can see it's been pretty consistent here the last 4 years, 4, 5, 6 years actually, with an average anywhere from low $1,500 up to low $1,800. So pretty steady. On the high side, you can see here occasionally we'll get one get up over 3 into the mid 3s, even up to 6,000. Not quite sure on the 13,000. I have to check that one out. But if we look back 10 years ago, average auction price was $1,766. Now back 16, 17 years ago, the average price was just up over 2,000. So they've dropped a little bit, but hanging in there. And again, you can see how many we've seen each year. So tons of 48Ns. Great tractors. And now you know a little history about why they are silver and red.